Hello. Welcome to the next episode of the ddlc Club. It's time to do it. So yeah, let's do a thing. I don't even remember the voices. Hold on a minute. Hi, Andre. Let's see. I didn't run away. No, don't worry. This might be a little strange for you, but at least I'll keep my word. Well, I'm back to Literature Club. There's the last to come in, so everyone else is already making it. Thank you for keeping your promise, Shade. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Thanks for making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it.
Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. Sayori told me he didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you just plan to come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. It's Suki. It's not having a big mouth. It's someone who keeps a manga collection in the club room. And so you can find yourself stuck between singing Monica and manga. Manga's literature! I went too far. Oh god. I don't know how to go back. Alright, I think we can fix this. Oh, we gotta go back. Blah, 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 blah. I already did all this. Shut up. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki pops back to her seat. Don't worry, guys! Jen always gives his best as long as he's having fun! He helps me with busy work without me even asking! Like cooking and cleaning my room, and having lots of fun, and having a big dinner, and How dependable. Sayori, the fact that your room is so messy, it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. You remember that? Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come you and Jake become good friends too? Sayori. As usual, Sayori seemed oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh, Yuri might even bring us something today. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know? Wait, Sayori. Huh? Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. Oh, what do I do? I'm sorry, I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's time for me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I'll make a big deal if you want it to be. Alright, well, here. She reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I don't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so to keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted. How's this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked up the book that she thinks like, despite me not even reading much. Yuri, thank you, I'll definitely read this. I take the book. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's already settled in, I expect Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. That doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in the book. Can't help but notice her intense expression. She was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around the closet. Ugh! I hear Natsuki utter an aspirated sigh from within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by complaining. I brush her in case she needs a hand. Ooh. The background's different and the music's different.
You looking for something in there?
Freaking Monica. She never puts my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point in keeping your collection organized if someone else is just gonna mess it up?
Suki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf. Manga.
You read manga, right?
Sometimes. Manga's one of those things where you can't admit you're really into it unless you figure out where the other person stands.
What, you don't think she's into manga?
She literally has like boxes upon boxes of manga in the closet.
What, you think she's gonna make fun of you for liking manga?
How did you know, anyway?
I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face.
What's that supposed to mean? I see. There's a long volume of manga amidst the various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I pull out the stack.
There it is!
Snatches it out of my hand. And then she then turns to a box of manga and slips the volume right in the middle of the rest.
Oh, much better! Seeing a box set with one book missing, is probably the most irritating sight in the world.
I know that feel. We get closer at the box that she's admiring. Parfait Girls? It's a series I've never heard of in my life. Probably means it's either way out of my demographic or it's simply terrible.
If you're gonna judge, you can do it through the glass on that door.
She points to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging anything. I didn't even say anything.
It was the tone of your voice. But I'll tell you one thing, Jade. Consider this a lesson straight from the literature club. Don't judge a book by its cover. In fact,
she pulls out a first volume of Parfait Girls from the box.
I'm gonna show you exactly why.
She shoves the book right in my hands. I stare at the cover. I think there's 4 girls in cut off attire striking animated feminine poses. It's exceedingly mo.
Don't just stand there.
Whatever. Suki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. She then takes a seat next to the wall beneath the windowsills. She pats on the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there, as if we're gonna animate any of that.
Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable?
I take my seat.
Chairs wouldn't work. We can't read at the same time, I thought.
Why is that? I guess it's easier to be close together like this.
Line. Don't just say that. You'll make me feel weird about it.
Suki crosses her arms and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry. I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say that that's a particularly bad thing. I open the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space while she hopes I won't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am. Whoa, how long has it been since I read the beginning? But you don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and again? Then?
Not really. Maybe sometimes after I already finished the series. Are you paying attention?
Yeah, but nothing's already happened yet, so I can't talk at the same time. Looks like it's a bunch of friends in high school. Typical slice of life affair. I grew out of these since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. I wonder what this is based off of. So, what should I expect from this? Is there gonna be, plot?
Well, obviously. You think I would enjoy something that doesn't have any plot? Who would enjoy something like that? I mean, come on. Come on, you stupid idiot. I guess I know what you're saying. A lot of the beginning is about simple things. Like, there's a really fun chapter where they're obsessed with the guy at the ice cream shop, but that just helps you get to know the characters. I definitely changed the voice of her, but I like this one much more. And besides, it's still entertaining. But later on, there's all kinds of drama. Like when they get into their backstories, and then some of the romance starts to happen. That's what really makes it so good. There's so many touching points.
Ah, that's so. It sounds like you really know what you're talking about. Maybe I underestimated you.
Hey, wait! What's that supposed to mean?
Natsuki is being a little shove. I just meant I haven't seen you at your full power.
Good save.
This chapter seems like it's about baking.
What was that?
It was just a guess, but is there a lot of baking in this manga?
Well,
Suki pauses for a moment, as if she doesn't want to admit something.
yeah. Why does that matter?
It doesn't, I was just curious. Since you enjoy baking too, right?
That's just a coincidence. I just happened to get into baking around the same time I got into this manga. Like, I would ever get into anything else than a manga. I feel bad for anyone that's that irresponsible, that's impressionable.
Definitely not a coincidence. I guess that explains Satsuki's interest in baking. Still, of all the hobbies to pick up from manga, that's definitely one of the better ones. Not to mention, she's really good at it, so who am I to judge? I don't know why we weren't showing this frame the entire time, but whatever. We read on for a few more minutes. I've finished a couple chapters at this point. ... Are you sure this isn't boring to you?
It's not!
Even though you were just watching me read?
Well, I'm fine with that.
If you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean? You don't?
That's not... Well, I wouldn't really know.
What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends?
Could you not rub it in?
Please. Sorry. I thought I could get any of my friends to read this. I just think manga's for kids.
I can't even bring it up with them without them being all like, you still haven't gone out of that yet? Makes me want to punch them in the face. Oh, sorry, makes me want to punch me in the face.
I know those kinds of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated towards the other losers over time. But that's probably harder for someone like you.
Huh? Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
Wait, which part?
I mean, I feel like I can't keep it in my own room. I don't even know what my dad would do if he found this. At least it'd stay here in the club room. Except mine, guys, I've got to being a jerk about it. I just can't win, can I?
Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am reading it.
Well, it's not like that solves any of my problems.
Maybe. Well, at least you're enjoying yourself, right?
Line. ... So? Yeah. Sure, that's enough. Are you gonna keep reading or what?
Yeah. I flipped the page. Suddenly, Natsuki starts laughing.
I totally forgot that happened.
Natsuki puts her finger on one of the panels.
Minori's my favorite character. You always feel bad for her since she's so unlucky. When it gets especially bad when... I shouldn't be talking about that yet. Let's finish this chapter.
Natsuki's voice sparkles with excitement.
Yeah, it sounds like sparkling to me.
It's a stark contrast to her usual bossy tone, as if she's not used to sharing her favorite manga with her friends. But I can understand why. It's hard to express words and feelings when you get a connection with someone like that. And being able to provide that to Natsuki at home is a very rare experience. The thought makes me smile a little to myself. Okay, everyone. Yeah, I don't remember the voice.
We're all ready. Are you all ready with those poems? ...
Oh,
come on. Could your timing be any worse? Sorry. I just need to make sure we have enough time. So you do look pretty cozy over there. Huh?
Suki notices how close she's got to me. She hastily slides a good 12 inches away from me. Alright, I guess I'll stop here for now. I closed the book and headed towards Natsuki.
You're just giving it back? Don't you want to know what happens?
Yeah, but Monica just said, don't be dumb. Just take it home with you. Is that really alright? I say that mostly because I didn't plan on using my time to speed to read.
Yes. Well, of course. It would take forever to finish it if you didn't take it home. Just finish it one day, but just finish that one for tomorrow so we can start the next one. If it gets burnt, I'll kill you.
By tomorrow? I only got part way through the volume so far. I might fall behind on some shows if I try to get through this. Then I suppose that's a necessary sacrifice in exchange for seeing Natsuki's. Oh my god. Anyway, or am I more scared of what'll happen if I don't finish it? Alright then, stand up. I turn over or put my stuff in carefully slip the bucket in my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. Can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. Can't really find Mancha's reason, because I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with?
I can't wait!
Siri and Monica, why can't I say that word? I'm just gonna skip that word. Siri and Monica excitedly pull out their poems. Siri is on a ring sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply while reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Since I've really talked with, I'm gonna go with, Yuri. Yuri seems the most experienced, so I should start with her. That's a good idea. I could trust her opinion, to be fair. She stares at the poem. A minute passes. More than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh! Sorry! I forgot to start speaking! It's fine, don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess it might be after reading through it. Ah, it's that bad. No. Did I just lose my voice? I'm so sorry. She buries her face in her hands. And not like we're gonna animate that. I couldn't help but notice it's been several minutes and we haven't really gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine, I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just that there are very specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And being through them myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing they'll recognize in new writers is they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the new habit pattern, and they form fit the two together. And the end result is both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it seems that her demeanor totally changes. Her hearing is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, it's not something you can be blamed for. There are many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by simple and trying new things. And I also hope that everyone in the club gives you a valuable feedback, but you can be a little biased. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri's apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. And the way she speaks is so boring, but I'm trying to speed up everything she says. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I love hearing my thought process behind it. She smiles dreamily, as if it's a rare opportunity for her, which is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? This is so boring. The light flickers. I flicker back. I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting. You do. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But you took a long time to read. No, I didn't. Well, I don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest. Since it's the first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Or, Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Jade. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all, true. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in their remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon will be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. Solemn. I haven't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Finally! It was so boring. Anyway, Sayori next, I guess. Oh, I forgot about this voice.
This is a good poem, Jade. Are you sure this is your first time?
Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time?
I guess you're right, but that line impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously. I didn't want to write one at all. I'm really happy you're as much as you want one. It just reminds me how you're really a part of the club now.
Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room? That sounds weird. Anyway, of course, buddy old pal. I'm not really into it yet, but it doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? Oh, sorry.
See? It's like I said before, Jade. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying to think like this for other people. That's something only you good people do.
Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori's the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined, knowing how much this means to her and all.
Yeah, and I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That'll be my way of thanking you!
Alright, I'm gonna hold you to that then.
Yay! Now, you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this.
We'll see about that. The way you... Oh, sorry.
Dear Sunshine.
I can't read it with that voice. Dear Sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed. Making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? Or I look above, the sky's blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad.
I want breakfast!
Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this?
No! Just a little bit.
You could answer just a little bit for a yes or no question.
I forgot to do it last night.
Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself.
That's mean! I still tried my best!
Yeah. I didn't mean to say that was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you.
Really?
Yeah. Especially that last line.
I made eggs and toast!
I thought you were late, even though you were late to school.
It's nice to get breakfast, and hey, you know I love eggs and toast! Yeah, I get all cranky about my eggs and toast!
Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me.
It was so much fun! Monica's the best!
Yeah. But next time I won't forget.
I'm gonna write the best poem!
Oh, that wasn't me, whatever.
I'm gonna write the best poem ever!
Well, I guess I look forward to it. This poem was so much less boring. Let's do Natsuki next. Doctor thought. Doctor's out question mark? Okay, let's start with the things I don't like. First of all, Natsuki rereads my poem. Never mind, I don't feel like giving you my opinion. Then what's the point of sharing in the first place? I wrote this, but I could have been doing other things. In fact, remember how I said I wanted to read your poems? That's what I had in mind when writing this. I wanted to help you feel comfortable enough to share your poems, like Monica said. This is so boring. Well, I would be more comfortable sharing my poems if yours was really, really bad. You were supposed to show me, but you wouldn't have ruined it. I hope you're happy. So in other words, you're saying you liked it? Natsuki's retort gets kind of in their throat. You're so... You don't understand anything, do you? I already told you that you don't have to go announcing to the world that you're all self-important. Pretty sure you never actually said that. I say that mostly to myself. Pretty sure you never actually said that. Natsuki must really hate me or something. I can't figure out if it's a win or a loss that she liked my poem. In any case, you still need to show me yours, right? Fine, I guess. Only because Monica will make me a break. Go. Monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try. But that's about it. Yeah. I told you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Everyone at high school thinks I think I skipped something. Everyone at high school thinks that writing us real... I don't know why is it sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But the point of the poem isn't... The point of poems is for people to express themselves. Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like it when it's easy to read, but it's hard, you know, bro? Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening, even if it's a cheetah. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the only other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Look, I started for a rhyme at the end, but I made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling of the last line. So here we go. It's so boring and I'm so tired. I guess more went into it until I realized. Then I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Don't expect that from the youngest one here, didn't ya? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki's feeling bad, then I'll take it away from her. And finally, we have Monica, with the most annoying voice out of all of them. Maybe second to Sayori. Hi, Jade! Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, have you ever had any suggestions for the club? Like new activities, or things we can do better? I'm always listening. This is just Anne's voice now that I think about it. It's just being Anne's voice from... whatever. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be free to bring things up. I thought it's better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, wanna share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, and I guess I have to. Oh, don't worry, Jade. We're a little embarrassed today, you know. But it's a barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I am not good at my poem. I like it, Jade. Really? It's a lot cuter than I expected. Oh, jeez. No. It kind of makes me think of something that Suki would write. And she's a good writer, too. So take that as a compliment. Hop.
If you say so. Yup! There are lots of poems or stories out there that are no more than a few simple words. They can be funny, endearing, or even sad. And sometimes they're only a few lines long. You might even feel like they're written for kids, but if you think about them, they can... I see. So you're saying that Natsuki's kind of like that? Sort of. Maybe she's not an expert. You're probably more fun, more filler in her poems. They might be easy to write, but maybe it's super challenging to get the meaning through. So I can see why it would. This voice is so terrible. So I can see why you would. So I can see why it would be your kind of poem to explore. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. I could take a while before I feel more comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way. To find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased toward their own kind of styles, but it'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Ha ha ha. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to be not very good. Well, that's cause I have to sound more confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know. I see. Well, let's read it then. Couldn't have fit hole in the wall. Couldn't have been me. You see, the direction sparked by chance. A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend. I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film left out in the sun, but it's too late. My retina's already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's a little hole. I wasn't too bright. It was deep, stretching forever into everything, full of infinite choices. I realized now that I wasn't looking in, I was looking out, and he, on the other side, was looking in. And so what do you think? It's very freeform, that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. My kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is a lot of poems. I've been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, it'll just get a big, dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go... This is boring. So move your hand, go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Be you. I guess that's everyone, finally. I glanced around the room. It was a little more stressful than I anticipated. Not boring, as everyone's judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems could stand up to theirs. Man, Itsuki's was amazing, totally. This is a literature club after all. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems that they read in tandem. I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly, both of which you can barely see. And you can see that when it comes to Yuri, it literally reflects the exact thing she always did. What's with this language? Huh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk in one hand. Katsuki It's so boring. Alright, I gotta get a few more photos in this. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language. The language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Whoa. You mean you had to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out as nice as nice at all. Well, do I have a couple suggestions? I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. This episode is a mess. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Jay did too. So based on that, I'd gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Jade liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress a new member, Yuri. That's not what you're just... She says as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Jade appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours. Huh? And how do I know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you not full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Oh. Is everyone okay? You know what? I was the one who... Can't say that. Natsuki. Oh, sorry. Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting, guys. We both girls toward smart ways, and they just noticed I was sitting there, and I completely butchered that line. Jade, she's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate the simple writing is more effective, this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point of making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The main should jump out at the reader, not force them to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Jade. Wait, there's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Jade? Well... How'd I get dragged on this in the first place? It's not like I don't know anything about writing. Whoever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me, so of course that's gonna be... Who's gonna pick the bringing third option? That's so stupid. I guess Natsuki, because that's the one we're going with this round. Oh... Yuri! You're really talented. Well, but Natsuki has a point. I think that... I have my brain and took to back myself up. I think that conveying feelings with just a few words can be just as impressive as well. It lets the reader's imagination take over. And Natsuki's poem did a really good job of that. Yeah! It did, didn't it? Haha! This shows how much you know. That's not... Natsuki, I think that's enough. Huh? Me? But you're so mean to me. His voice lags. I said you were so mean to me. Whatever we talked about yesterday, what we talked about yesterday was right. Writing is really a personal thing, and sharing it can definitely be hard.
Looks like we learned that today. Even small criticism can lead to something pretty heated. I glanced over my shoulder. Sayori is nodding vigorously. Yeah, so you don't need to feel threatened. You're a great writer, Natsuki. Natsuki's voice gets caught in surprise. Thanks for noticing. She finally mutters that, barely audible. Yuri? Yuri looks at me dejectedly. Basic that, I can't help but feel bad for her as well. I'm sure that Natsuki didn't mean everything she said, so you don't need to threaten either. Well, if you say so. Hey, it's not like you need to apologize for me, Jade. Sheesh. She takes a breath. I think about... Natsuki glances around the room. Would everyone stop staring at me? Surprisingly, Natsuki has a harder time with it than she boasted. So and Monica look away. Anyway. I can't read that. That's all. Natsuki looks away, avoiding eye contact with anyone. You're absolutely beautiful, Yuri! Sayori. I'll go make some tea. I was just trying to help. I'm sure she appreciated it, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. Well, now that we're past that, everyone ready to jump his balance, right? I hope it was worthwhile for everyone. Especially you, Jade. To be honest, it's such a nice change of pace from lazing around we got a little too used to. So my joining the club was responsible for ruining the atmosphere. No, not at all. There's still time before we go home, and so we'll all relax for a bit. No, I want to go home. Of course, besides chatting, we do literature. So maybe you can take the chance to pick up a book or do some writing. After all, that's what the club is for. I disagree, Monica. About what? That's not the most important thing about the literature club. The most important thing is having fun. Of course. Well, I guess that's why you're the vice president, Sayori. At the end, though, Monica's right. Being in the literature club probably means I can't spend all my time doing nothing. But in the end, I guess it's been worthwhile so far. Okay, everyone. It's just time for us to leave. So, how do you feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright. Well, mostly. Jade, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same, I guess. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you'll learn something from your friends, too. So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can do at least a little better job impressing those I want to impress. I nodded myself with a newfound determination. Jade, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier. What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often? No! That's really the first time I've ever seen a fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you. You know, Jade, it's nice I get to spend time with you in the club. Laughing, seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you, too. That's... Every day is going to be so much fun. Looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but... I really need to end this stuff now. Well, we'll just have to see what happens, what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than her, but it's easy to do Sayori monologue sometimes. Okay. Yeah, let's do this. Oh boy. Alright, we're gonna do this and then end this really long, stupidly long episode. Alright, let's see here. We're gonna go with, milk. And some hats. And some games. And some freaking sugar. And laugh. And poof. And boop. And giggle. And skirt. And misery. And holiday. And hair. And bliss. And dream. And cute. And puppy. And calm. And rainbow. And vanilla. And lazy. Well, bye-bye, everybody. I'll see you next episode, which probably won't be, probably will be in a while. Maybe like tomorrow or something. But, I guess I don't, bye-bye, bye-bye, bye-bye.